And as I sit here thinking, are we in a ship sinking, our emergency lights blinking? Do we not fend for ourselves? Is this a blend of all hells? 'Cause in my head the bells are ringing and my skin is prickled, no it's stinging. At the thought that we might die because of the government's incompetence, no testing. And now a virus is infesting our homes and crumbling our bones, and we're just here on our phones, sitting on our high-up thrones like Charles the Prince. His infection hints that discrimination is a trait that I've been brought up to hate, but behind the gates of the palace, what about there? Discrimination is rife. They saved a prince's life. They gave him the test. What about the rest of those who can't afford, while the rich hoard taxpayers' money to save their own, while the rest have to loan to save a job but a business? And the listeners of the news who can't choose to go to work, those who are saving lives, the nurse that strives, the doctor that tries to buy some time for the sick, while that prick of a leader sits behind number 10 in a safe house den. They said play a part and stay 6 feet apart, while on the tubes and trains disease reigns. They ask on the news, how do other countries have control while Britain's on a roll? Well, if you want to get political, then look at the hypocritical man who leads and doesn't heed his own sayings. And now he's the one paying. Come out and clap at 8, but don't go past your gate. Go out to clap and say good job to those who need more pay. Johnson spreading hope like he's the goddamn Pope, while he's saying stay at home while I go for a roam in my dome of safety. Well, Boris, I've got for you, 'cause now you've caught it too. You and your crew of rich boys who've got a stash of cash whose business will not crash, while the people out there who are tearing out their hair under the stress of losing a house or a job, or those who haven't even got that. Those homes who you've left out to rot, who haven't got a lot, well, isn't this nice? You can cleanse them without a price. And when they're gone, say, how sad. It's just too bad. They had so much to give, well, they could have lived, but the virus like a sieve. If you give it any reason to kill, it will. And whose name is printed on this sieve? Boris, the wannabe Churchill of 2020, the one who should give a toss about any and everyone in his country but doesn't. If he wants to prevent bloodshed, he should get out of bed and do as he said, make a plan, follow it through. But until then, precious lives, children, women and men are being lost at a cost that no money can replace. No matter what your gender, colour or race, this illness will wipe you off the face of the earth, out of the saucepan and into the fire. The hearth is glowing, the deaths are growing. In Italy they're slowing, but elsewhere no. It's as Jessie J once said, it's all about the money, and she was dead right. We are losing a fight that we could win if we inject some care and resilience. We can stem the effect. It's like a rate of diffusion. The people we're losing, they're drifting away. And will that conclusion, I'd like to say, if you've worked hard today, saving lives on low pay, thank you. But I only speak for myself. There's millions out there appreciating your help, so it's a big thank you from not only from me, but also from my isolated family. Well, thank you forever, because it's about time. And with that thought, it's about time to sever this rhyme, because it's about time to wash my hands for 20 seconds or a birthday song. A bit long, but it's to do with health, so if you're listening, please look after yourself.